What are some of your favorite plant-based foods?
Well, I love salads. Eggplant, for example, there's a Russian dish that I love. It has a little, perhaps too much oil in it, olive oil, but it's made of eggplant and onions and it's cooked up. And
Baba ganoush, right?
not baba ganoush. Baba ganoush is okay. I like that. That's more
What's
Middle
the
Eastern.
one? The one with all the tomato sauce and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, I love that. I'm addicted to that, I think. But I love salads and
You should try to make your
eggplant.
own without oil.
I should do that. Maybe we could do that together. I know
Yeah.
we've gotten a big kick out of cooking different things in
Yeah.
the past, and soup and stuff. And soup, there's another one. I love vegetable soup. We often eat at one of our favorite restaurants, and they have lots of things there, different kinds of vegan curry and these kinds of things that are really nice. And
Shout out to Lotus Vegan, our favorite restaurant.
And the vegetable soup they make there is just
Yeah, it's
incredible. So these are some of the things I like.
What other things, like sweet things, do you like?
I love watermelon. I love fruit. I don't think there's one kind of fruit I don't like.
Even durian.
Oh, durian, yeah. Durian isn't my favorite, but it can be at times really nice and
Yeah.
big treat.
How did you make the transition to a plant-based diet?
Well, slowly. I had a lot of help from my friends. So it was slow, and it was hard giving up some dairy things like cheese. Cheese, I still get a craving for cheese. I know that there are opiate-related compounds in cheese.
It's called casomorphine. in
Casomorphine.
cheese. That's addictive.
Cheese morphine, yeah.
And there's so many gross things in cheese. And it's so cruel too, but anyway.
So it was slow. Meat wasn't so hard to give up for me, but things like cheese and dairy were. I've become accustomed to putting a little milk in coffee. I don't drink as much coffee now. Only occasionally will I drink coffee, and it's with almond milk now rather than dairy.
When you went vegan, you didn't go 100% vegan right away. What was
That's right.
what were the steps that you took?
I think the first step was eliminating meat, eliminating red meat, steak, and then it included chicken as we discussed it more. And with some convincing from close friends, I won't say who those were. I gave up reluctantly.
Convincing was more like, I'm forcing you to do this.
Well, that's right.
No, I wouldn't. I would never.
No, I know, that's right. I gave up dairy, so it
No,
was a
but in
slow,
all seriousness,
slow process.
I would send my dad things that I would discover and I would research, and I wonder where I got my research bug from.
Yeah.
So I would research and I would send him things, and it would be horrible. And I would watch these documentaries, and I would tell him about the documentaries, and I would send him articles, and but throughout all of your knowledge and everything that you learned, going to Harvard and getting your master's degrees in how the body works, they never gave you a course in dietary stuff. They never
I don't recall
taught
a course. I don't recall a course in that. I think that might have been.
And doctors don't get it either when they go for their
Traditionally, no. That's
their
right.
training,
Traditionally, that's right.
which I think is crazy. And they're starting to provide programs to doctors, teaching them about nutrition and the
Yeah, that's
value of
slowly
nutrition
changing.
and
That's right.
healing your body with foods. But it's so funny to me that our bodies need food, and it
absolutely.
desperately needs the right food. And why they don't ever bring that up, even at schools like Harvard. They don't ever bring that up and teach to their students that this is the way the body needs to run, and it needs to run at its optimal level. I find that so strange.
Harvard's been pretty progressive with those kinds of things.
That's good.
I think they
Maybe now
probably
they have
changed.
it.
Yeah, I think there are some people now that are working, very prominent researchers in Chinese herbal medicine, for example, and I would suspect that they have quite a program now in
That's good.
In dietary effects on health and diet and health and disease. I would think so. So probably more on the medical side, on the more academic side of Harvard. I haven't seen them, but perhaps now that's changed. Along with non-traditional medicine, which has really been improving there. I know that's true.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good job, Harvard. So you transitioned kind of from like a vegetarian diet. You cut out the meat, you cut out the steak, and you were still kind of eating things that maybe had a little bit of egg or cheese or milk in it that you weren't aware of unless you read the labels. And
that's right.
So you kind of started out with a vegetarian diet and then realized, okay, let me go full vegan because why?
Because my daughter was bending my arm and ridiculing me and lambasting me at every shot, torturing me with labels.
Locking him in the dark, no food, no water.
That's right. He locked me in my room. You'll change or nothing.
No, seriously, why did you go?
That's the truth.
Why did you go?
Help!
Why did you go full vegan?
Well, I saw the effects.
Yeah.
We were doing periodic blood tests and health exams and medical exams, and I saw the evidence, and I also felt the change. So it motivated me to take better care of myself. I have to admit I haven't exercised now as much as I should, but that in combination.
We train with Kim.
We do. That's right. I should do more though. I think probably the diet has helped me remember that. Generally taking a keener interest in your health. And being on a vegan diet, you have to be conscientious about it and conscious and aware of it constantly. And that fosters, I think, a belief in the need for exercise as well. So I've been feeling a little guilty about that, and perhaps I will improve that as well. But the two are important.
I think you're doing
sound
a good
mind,
job with
sound
exercise.
body. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
We take the dogs for walks. And
That's
runs.
true. That's true too. Yeah, that's true too. Maybe I'm being a little bit sensitive, but.
And then when you have all this energy, you want to work out. A vegan diet
That's right.
really
That's right.
promotes. When we were at the Woodstock Fruit Festival 2 years ago, it was like 2:00 in the morning, and my dad was saying, "I have so much energy. I need to go work out." And I mean, I had never heard you say that, especially at 2:00 in the morning. You just have so much energy. You just need to go work out. And we were eating mostly fruit, so it was going right to where it needed to go for your energy sources, and why your energy levels were that high, because you were eating the right fuel, you were putting the right gasoline in the engine, in the tank.
That's a great analogy. That's right. Yeah, and it wasn't like the kind of sugar high you get from those sugar drinks and soda.
Right.
It was a trending feeling of increase in energy. It didn't come on all at once, like you get from an energy drink, for example, then you crash.
Right.
But it was constant. It was a steadily increasing amount of energy, which persisted. And I knew and I felt that was healthy.